Hello, all. Greetings, my friends. I hope you're having a wonderful day, for there is so much to celebrate, so much that is before us, and you should be able to sense it, feel it. If you're in touch with your inner self, it will reveal to you that which is coming. And I'm going to discuss a little bit some more like practical things, and then talk about a bit about crystals. But first, I wanted to discuss a very spiritual, philosophical subject: is the nature of infinity, and the relationship of infinity to the universe. There was this question that came up, and I thought I share my idea. It's all about ideas, about point of view, and there are many other point of view. And I'm not neglecting the fact that some people may have different views than I am. But yet, Spirit is always coming back. Very often, Spirit comes out and says, "I'm the one who's right about what I'm saying." So, in relationship to that which is the spiritual truth. So I'm going to continue to discuss those ideas, whether they're understood or not, but I'm sure this will resonate with you. And so, because we are truly infinite and eternal beings. Why? Because we were created by a God, a source that is eternal and infinite, and in the dawn of creation, before the creation of the universe, the gods, the Father, the Son, and the Spirit, gathered in a council and decided to create mortal men in their own image, which is eternal and infinite, for they are the true. Only God knows God. Only God is truly infinite in relationship to the infinity of reality that He shares. And so this is our true nature, is to be eternal and infinite. Yet in the reality of the cosmos, we'll come to realize that what we are now looking towards is the supremacy of deity. For the cosmos is the supreme and the ultimate. It has nothing to do with that infinity and eternity. And some paradise philosophers have been wondering about that. For right now, we're looking to transcend time and space, to realize that which is beautiful, true, and good. And to ascend back to paradise, and to see, as we realize the supreme, that behind the supreme there is the Father. And so, but once we realize that, we will come to also realize that there are seven super universes of reality, and that is just one of them. And then once we are able to return to paradise, we will be sent to the 6 other ones, or will be trinitized. And then, for this is we come from a planet in quarantine, so it is a bit different than the plan was designed originally. But we'll find that truth, which is a supremacy, at which point we'll come to look for God on the ultimate level, which is on a transcendental level. For the universe is young in a sense. And all that is inhabited right now is part of time and space. It is the reality. There's a concentric ring of galaxies that go around a central universe that is invisible. And so, but they are beyond that. There are 4 levels of ever increasing level of galactic, of mass galactic clusters. And right now we're only at the beginning of the 2nd level. What we see in our super telescope is the 1st level of outer space, and then we see the beginning of the 2nd one. But there are 4 levels that get ever and ever bigger. But those are not inhabited. They're not. They're part of the future. There are much speculation about those transcendental universe of the future. They are not growing universe. But on paradise there is sort of. For we know that once the 4 level of outer space will be fully unfolded, we might realize the reality of the ultimacy of deity, the ultimacy of God, the transcendental aspects of God. So we'll realize that time and space is the domain of the supreme and the absolute and the ultimate. But that still fell short of the deity absolute, that is beyond time, beyond space, beyond any manifestation. So there's great mystery, and the paradise philosophers have been speculating on the fact that since God is infinite and the cosmos is a revelation of God, how can the cosmos, no matter how much it expands on the vertical axis, on the horizontal axis around paradise and in the last concentric circle, even if you would continue to expand infinitely, you can always add something more to infinity. Therefore, how can God, being infinite, ever be able to reveal Himself, herself, in a space that in space? For space is what is known as the closest things to absolute, to an absolute, but it still will always remain a sub-absolute, because that is a discussion of the paradise philosophers, because you can always add more to space, and so they can never reach true infinity. Yet the paradise Trinity holds the gods holds many secrets. They will not reveal it until it is the time for us to understand it, and so anything, yes, you can realize anything with your help, with the help of God. So do call on your I am presence, and let go. The idea is to let go of all that we believe, that we know, all that we hold as truth, in order to fuse your consciousness, to dissolve your consciousness within the consciousness of God, and then so much reveal itself. For these are very advanced spiritual concepts and ideas, but so space will always remain a sub-absolute. It will never, for at the end of time and space, we'll inaugurate the transcendental level of reality. But at the end of that, the consumer of the universe destiny will come and consume it all, and then we'll be face to face with the possibility of the deity absolute. But those reality of the deity absolute, or even the ultimate or the supreme, are intellectual ideas, something we strive for, we reach for, we know it is there, we just want to align ourselves with. Yet it has to come from an attained state of consciousness to be able to make it real. So maybe there is an aspect of the master universe that will achieve some level of absoluteness, but yet it remains a mystery. For when we seek to know all the past, we can turn to the perfecters of wisdom. They are beings that are created, they're paradise beings that do not evolve. They are the wisdom of God. And they know all. They represent all the past, and the divine counselors represents all the future. There are 7 orders of divine counselors. I met them. They are here. For we live in the 7th super universe, so it will often be, if you ask for the future, the divine counselor of the 7th order that will come and will be able to express that which will be. For when there is adjudication, for this plane has never been adjudicated. That's why there is still all this free will is still going run free, and all those darkness is still going on. But we're coming closer to a time when the Ancient of Days will have to adjudicate, and the Ancient of Days represent their spiritual beings that were created on paradise, and they represent the beginning of time and space. There are only 21 of them, and they've been stationed at 3 of them on the center sphere of each super universe to administer the 100,000 local universe of their super creation. But since they do not travel into local universe, they send those adjudication bodies that are made of 1 divine counselor, 7 1 perfecters of wisdom, 7 divine counselors, and 1 universal sensor. So first there is all and very soon the sensors will speak and everything will change here. So it's called the divine judgment. It is as if the deity absolute will have spoken. For everything will change forever once the sensor will have spoken. For the divine, first we have all the weakness that comes into. For there is those are complex subjects. there is a trial that has been going on for 200,000 years between Lucifer and Gabriel of Salvington, Lord Salvington, and but it's been going on, and so at some point it will be resolved. So when all the witness, you, me, everybody will have spoken, will have testified, then the ascending wisdom will speak. The mighty messengers, those high in authority and those without name and number, the ascending wisdom of the universe will be expressed. And then the descending wisdom will express itself. The perfecters of wisdom will tell you, I was. The divine counselors will express what will be. And the sensors will come to a resolution in the I am. And everything will change. So those beings are available. If you're looking for wisdom, ask through your intention, a perfecter of wisdom. When you want counsel, turn to a divine counselors, for they are the highest authority in the universe to express to the nature and function of deity. For those are complex subjects. I don't just thought because I've been asked somebody was talking about something that's quite interesting about the value of the understanding that the universe is infinite, but it is like so large that it could appear to be infinite, but since infinity can never be filled, material universe and space will always be able to expand. You can always add something to infinity. So it is still a mystery how God as an infinite will ever be able to be fully expressed in the cosmos. And I'm going to talk about more practical subject. So hope this was interesting for you, nevertheless. For those, if you want to know more about those great subjects, I recommend you avail yourself to the Urantia book. It's not all is disclosed, but there is a lot of settled reality about those things that have been revealed in the Urantia book. For the past is destiny. We already know we have a destiny here. Where we are now is luck, for there is this great potential for miracle that we are opening to. And the future is love. Love is the foundation for all that is real. What we're working on now is a renewal. It's a brand new beginning. It's a renewal of energy. Through this week we're going to have a brand new year that we're going to change this. There is a great shift of energies that is preparing for this, what is coming, and the outcome will be authenticity. There's going to be a lot more authenticity that will the truth shall set us free. And so there is a need to express the truth. Express your truth in a way that is kind and gentle, always, for the universe is always conspiring for us to achieve the highest vision, to turn us into the highest version of ourselves, depending on where we are and what we express and our desires. The universe is always say yes. So do not focus on negative things, because the universe will always say yes to that. Say, well, if that's what you want, we'll give you that. Even if it's a negative, says, I do not want that. The universe believes, why, if you point to that, that's what we're going to give you. So focus on what you want. The law of attraction, very important. And for people, we are humans, and it's a challenge is to not to identify with the temporal reality, to identify with the eternal and infinite potential of the reality of our soul. So that is really the challenge, to turn within and to believe, to create that beliefs, that connection to that which is inside of us is more real than the physical shifting sands of time. For a lot of people are more comfortable with the superficial aspect of life than the inner depths, because they're hiding their fear. A lot of people are very terrified. In truth, they try to appear confident. You see them public figures and so on, but they're not that confident in truth, because they're like, so much is coming up. So you want to reassure them. And to reassure them that to love them no matter what they're saying or do. It's just for we have to discontinue the sense of separation. It is our beliefs in the separation from love and God that made it real. So always be guided by love and seek to always be love no matter what. For the physical form and separation is just a temporal expression. For all that is not love will be able to be discarded. For love you can never discard love, but all that is not love will be able to be discarded in due time. And not to worry about those that are in materialistic, ego-centered reality, for they're not ready to embrace the truth. And so, but it is not no need to try to convert them, to enlighten them, because they antagonize them, and it will slow them down in their awakening process. So just